What's up? Welcome back to King's Channel. Today we're gonna talk about
What?
Today we're gonna talk about all arguments.
Okay.
And as everybody knows, having argument is such a daily basis things for every couples. And sometimes it's a really nice chance to take a look at what other people are thinking by having an argument, right? So today we're going to review all those arguments that we have so far in our relationships. First thing first, Jessie, what is the first arguments that you remember since the day that we start dating?
You told me
Yes.
you're not going to play mobile game,
Oh yeah, I remember that was
but
by the
you
time.
still played it.
That was by the time that when we were finishing our trip, right?
Yeah.
When we went out to travel to a lot of different countries, and it was like 3 years ago.
Maybe.
Yep, and that was at the airport, and then you was kind of telling me don't play games anymore because you think that's kind of wasting time or something, or you just don't like me playing games, mobile games.
Because you stayed up late to play game. And
And sometimes when I'm really into something, I would just like not really care about anything else.
yeah.
So at that time, you told me that I shouldn't play games anymore. And then I told you that, oh, that's because you don't believe me that I will not play anymore. Like if you really believe, I'm sorry, I just farted. And if you really believe me, then I will not play. And you say you believe me.
Yeah. If you say you're not going to play it anymore,
Yeah.
then I believe it.
And then I say okay. And then I stopped playing for like maybe about 10 to 2 weeks, 10 days to 2 weeks or something. And then there was the moment that kind of like creep into my mind. It's a little evil thing. It's just like, oh, God, when I was staying alone in my room, I was like, I really want to play, but I promised Jessie that I would not play, but I really want to play. And two evil and an angel are fighting in my mind, and eventually, the evil won. I just went back to play games, and that kind of things really make Jessie heartbroken. So what do you think after this event? Oh, that's the conclusion that you had when you told me that don't believe guys' mouth, don't believe guys' promise. All the promises they made were eventually like a bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
That's your conclusion.
Yeah.
From my behavior.
Yeah.
Okay. But like
You lie to me
Mhm.
to maybe to make me feel better,
mhm,
but what you have done after that
mhm.
made me feel worse.
So what if I just play another mobile game right now in front of you? Does it make you feel like you don't feel?
Yeah, but the point I care about playing game is you kind of losing control of your life. Yeah, it's just really into the game, like always playing the game, and even it's time to bed, and then you still playing the game. So if you know how to manage your time, your life, then it's fine to play games sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
That's
you very much.
the
So you-
way how you relax.
Okay. Thank you. So you actually allow me to play some games sometimes.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Jessie.
Yeah, you do that, right?
Yeah, I did.
So
Alright, let's move on to our second arguments that I remember. Do you remember our second one? I am not quite sure. Sometimes the timeline is not really in order, but we're just gonna name some. Alright.
Okay.
So the next one that I remember was like when there's a time we were having a chat on our line on our mobile phone, and then you mentioned some day that we are going to have a trip, but we didn't really decided what time that we are going to have the trip, but we say that we are going to have a trip somewhere, and then I didn't really remember every detail, and then after a week you just maybe ask me, do you know what we are going to do, like maybe this weekend or something?
Mm-hmm.
And I told you what we're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually the day that we are going to have a trip, and then you were being really upset afterwards. You're kind of mad, and then like you thought that I was not really cared about those things that we have been discussing. Do you remember that thing? You didn't even care.
Is it in Taiwan?
Yeah. Maybe that's just my own imaginary arguments. Okay. Alright, sorry. Never mind. What's your next argument that we have been through?
I think of the like really first argument. Like,
Okay. What's the really first one?
it was during our trip abroad, and
You mean you told me that?
like you asked me, so what's the schedule tomorrow?
Yeah, what's the schedule tomorrow? And you already told me in the live for like, I don't know, for how
Yeah.
many days.
Yeah.
And it's actually that we are going into like ship or something. And then I was like scrolling on my phone to look up how much the fee is for the ship, and I was like so surprised it cost me a lot or something. And then I was like, how come it's so expensive? And you have already told me everything.
And I
I did just
I
complain.
asked you before. I asked you, so which one, like including buffet or not? Because it's like double price.
Yeah.
And then why not just have buffet?
Yeah,
People do have
it's such
buffet.
a nice buffet on a ship.
Yeah.
On
And
this
now
kind of
you
vessel.
told me, how come it's so
How
expensive?
come so expensive? Actually, at that time, I was not really complaining to you doing everything. I was just like showing my surprise. Like I was like, I was so surprised. It's that much, but I was not like blaming you.
Yeah,
but that kind of surprise make you feel like I'm
it's
complaining.
still not polite to
Yeah. Okay.
like it say off this to the one who planned everything,
Yeah.
right?
Yes. True.
Yeah. So.
Alright. And then the next argument was like, when one day I was a bit tired and I went home, but I had a appointment with my friends to play volleyball in Nehu.
Mm-hmm.
And I went there pretty late, and then I think at that time you were at the night shift in your hospital, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when you went home, I wasn't even home yet. So maybe at almost 11 o'clock, that was the time that I was about to be home. And then you just sent me a message asking me, am I home yet? And have I taken a shower yet? Something like that. And that time I look at your message, I was like being so
Rude.
irritated, because I feel like I'm a little bit annoying, because I was like, of course, like, I mean, why do you have to ask me if I take a shower yet? Do you mean like I don't even know how to take a shower myself? You don't know I don't even know how to take care of myself? Of course I'm gonna take a shower. I mean, but what's the point if you want to know what time that I take a shower? Doesn't even make sense. It was all the thing happens all in a sudden, you know. And I just directly tell you my feelings. And then that's the point that I realized I messed up. Everything blow up. Your complaining, your emotion, your negative feelings, everything. We started to have an argument for like probably a week, right? And how was your feeling at that time?
I hate you.
You hate me.
Yeah.
You hate me so much. Yeah, I admit that I overreact to your message, and I was not really thinking about like your worries. So I have to apologize for my my careless words. I know I should, but overall I still have something in my mind that I feel like it's kind of what makes two of us having the fundamental arguments. Like, remember when we were having the argument that I just say? And then like we have a friend, and then he was kind of like helping us to figure out a solution to fix our relationship or something. And then like maybe he told you that I told him that if it's okay that if you want to break up with me or something.
Mm-hmm.
And after you heard this, you was like so sad that I say this to him.
Mm-hmm.
But like, and at that time I started to think about how I treat others and how you would like to be treated are kind of slightly different. Because in my view, when I say I can have a happy life even without you,
Mm-hmm.
that's the meaning of, even though you are not besides me, I can still having a good life.
Mm-hmm.
But to you, you will feel like, oh, you are not important to me because I say that I can still have a happy life even without you. So you feel like
You don't care.
you feel like I don't care.
Uh-huh.
And for me, I just don't want you to feel pressure that you have to be with me so I will be happy. If you leave me, I will be so sad.
Uh-huh.
I don't want you to have this kind of pressure because you have to always to be with me, and I will be happy. If you go somewhere else, I will be unable to take care of myself. I don't want you to have that feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So I tell you, I will be okay even without you. What do you think about these things?
But as what I know
Yes.
about you,
Yes,
mostly you care about yourself more than others.
yes, of course.
Then why in that situation you care about you care about what I think more than your own opinion? Like for yourself, do you want me to be with you?
Yes.
Yeah, so why did you say it's okay if I left?
Because like if you want to laugh, I don't want to stop you.
Yeah, but I mean, why did you change your style?
My style?
Mostly you care about yourself.
Mhm.
You put yourself in the first priority. Then why this time
Mhm.
you kind of put yourself in the second, in
Yeah.
the third?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not your style.
Really?
Yeah. And okay, so And the next question would be, after you met me
Yes.
and Luti,
Yes.
and I didn't even look at you.
Yes.
I didn't want to talk to you.
Yes.
Then after that,
Yeah.
our friends ask you, so do you still think you can like break up with Xinjie?
What?
And then you say, no, we can't.
No, I say I don't want to.
Oh, you don't want to?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what changed your mind?
Because I think eventually we will get back to our happy relationship.
How come you can be so confident?
I knew it. I'm just so confident.
No, you're so rude. You're so mean.
Now, even though that you were being so upset at that time, but I knew one thing.
But I didn't talk to you. I
Yeah.
didn't want to.
At that time, that's fine because we were kind of like having arguments. It's okay.
I mean, how did you know we're
Temporary.
not going to break up due to that argument?
Temporary release
Why temporary?
of our emotions is healthy, and you just cannot force each other to love each other forever, every second, every minute. So sometimes you just have to allow someone, especially your lover, hate you for a while.
So next time, I will try to hate you
Yes.
forever.
Wow. Forever.
Yeah, not
You
just
say-
for a while.
When
It's
you
forever.
when you say you're gonna hate me forever, why do you seem so happy?
Because I can't go for other handsome guy.
Whoa, you mean like Yuki?
Yuki?
Yuki? He's so handsome. He's so handsome.
Oh, then you can hang out with him if we're not together.
I want to, but like I'm too shy.
You're too shy.
I'm too shy to get
Okay.
close to him.
I will help you.
Okay, thank you very much. So that's it for our argument review.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully if you guys enjoying this kind of review, maybe in the next 2 years we're gonna do our second argument review to see what kind of new arguments that we have during our relationship. And then until next time, we are gonna say, baby.